Crashing with Friends Podcast.
Welcome to Crashing with Friends. My name is Kyle Hobbs, your host. This week I'm joined by Jackson Brayman.
Zippa!
Zippa?
Yeah.
John Hurbert.
Hi.
And Connor Hobbs.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Back
We're
in
back.
black. Backstreet's back. All right.
And I got a stiff back.
I had a stiff back about a week back.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Power Rangers, the movie.
Well, to fix that back, head to the back.
How was your week, Jack?
Been pretty good, man. I watched Bodies, which is it's like a black comedy horror movie. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I liked it more than X. So
Okay.
I don't know. I think that opinion will definitely vary. So I don't think I'll be in the majority on that opinion. I am excited for the new sequel X movie. I forget what it's called. But yeah, you guys have seen the trailers. It's like all over YouTube and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what that movie is going to look like because it looks better than X in my opinion. But Bodies, yeah, it was really good. It's like a whodunit, like throughout the entire movie.
Who done it, Jack?
Cool.
I can't give that away. That's like the whole point. That's like the whole thing of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like a who done it.
I will say this, like halfway through the movie, I kind of thought of like, what if this happened? And like, it turned out that's like what ended up happening. So I did call the end, but that's like when I was like just going through like several different scenarios. So I'd probably like called 4 or 5 different endings. So that's not me saying like, it's for sure happening this way. It's like, one of my 5 was correct.
Right. That's cool.
Nice.
But
Well, what else going on?
I started playing Cyberpunk again. I haven't gotten super far into that, but looking forward to playing some more of that. I still keep playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 just in sandbox mode. I don't know. I'm definitely going to be the old man, like, with train sets and stuff like that in his basement. I'll have my own engineer hat. I'll be like, check out my own little village over here.
Yeah. Whenever the NASA DART mission was going on, I saw you on that Universal Sandbox. I'm like, I bet he's throwing a satellite into like a little asteroid trying to knock it off course. Were you trying to do that, or what were you doing?
Dude, I do the same thing whenever I get on Universe Sandbox. I just throw stuff at the Earth and blow it up.
Okay. For sure, I was just like, man, he's trying to recreate what's going on in that mission right now. But I was next level thinking it when I should have been.
Not literally the only thing I've ever done like with that is just blow up Earth and like cause supernovas and stuff like that. I'm more into explosions when it comes to that stuff. So
that dart thing work? I know I
think it's going to take like 2 months for them to determine whether or not they actually change the orbit of that asteroid.
Okay.
It sure was cool to watch, though.
Mm-hmm.
Got right up on that shit. It felt like me wrecking on a skateboard, ground coming right at me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was coming in at like 1 frame a second.
Yeah, it was kind of like back in the day when we had like AOL, and like it was like when you're trying to download pictures, pictures. And it'd take like 3 hours. It just
trying to watch a 30-second preview to a video would take about 5 minutes to get through it. It was going so damn slow.
Yep.
Dial up.
Man, I remember when we first got dial up, I was like, man, this is freaking awesome when it first started up, and we come a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, pictures aren't enough. We need videos.
Yep, sure do.
Nah, I remember back in the day just like starting up, like there'd be like a music video that I wanted to watch, and I'd be like, well, I guess I'll start this at 3 and I'll see you tomorrow.
Right.
That's how it was.
Jackson, we gotta get to the bottom of this.
What's up?
There's a scandal.
What's the scandal?
Oh shit.
You know the scandal.
Oh,
We had a listener named Kelly Kite,
oh yeah.
a Tinder listener.
Uh-huh.
She's on Tinder, and she saw you on there, and she said you were catfishing. We have to get to the bottom of this.
By catfishing, meaning that I just have like 4-year-old photos on
Yes.
there. Okay.
With short hair.
Yeah. I don't update it because I really don't use it. So
You're still on there. People are wanting you. Maybe not Kelly.
I heard you're trending right
You're
now.
trending, yeah.
I don't think I'm trending.
How would you know? You're not on there.
So that brings me to my next question. Are you ever going to cut your hair?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
To make the pictures accurate.
Not to make the pictures accurate now.
Are you just leaving it long for like Halloween or something? You're just trying to think maybe there's something you can do with it, or
Nah, it's just
it's just
I don't know,
scary, isn't it? It's scary.
yeah, there's a lot of dedication in just growing your hair out, you know?
It's scary.
And to chop it all off, it's like, well, you want that length again, you gotta wait another at least 2 years. So
You speak the truth.
My wife feels the same way when she gets
Yeah.
hers cut.
Yep.
there's also like a
John,
there's
you're-
like also like a period of time like
You're incorrigible.
I don't know, between like the medium length and the short hair where it's just like, this looks bad. And I don't want to have to go through that again. So if I were to cut my hair, I'd be like, this is it. This is like the end of long hair.
Forever?
Yeah, probably.
You're never gonna do it again?
I mean, I don't see myself doing it again. I mean, you never know. But yeah, I don't see myself getting long hair again.
I think when I'm old and I'm wasting away, I'm gonna let the hair go.
I was just saying, rock it, because you get my age, it's gone.
See, that's what like many people that are like maybe 20 years older than me would say to me. They're like, well, keep that hair as
Yep.
long as you can.
Might as well.
Which is why I think I should keep this hair as long as I can, you know?
There's nothing wrong with it, man. There's still time to get cornrows.
Why do you so badly want me to get cornrows?
Because you would look so dope.
I would not at all.
They hurt. I've had them.
And then you can get those cool
Lot of
little
tension.
beads.
Yes.
Those little beads that go on the end of your dreads or your
I'm not trying to be like I'm on Spring Breakers.
well, no, it'd be like Venus
Get
and
myself
Serena.
a grill.
Venus
Dude.
and Serena, yeah.
Costume idea.
I know someone that can give you cornrows, and she's willing to do it.
I bet.
Easy, Jack. You could easily transform yourself into, was it James Franco in that movie?
Yeah.
I think you could do it.
I've never even seen Spring Breakers.
Man,
I have
can
no
you
desire
imagine?
to watch that movie. But
The reaction everybody would have if you walked into a Halloween party with the cornrows, that would be dedication.
Dude, you could probably
everyone's
get
gonna
some
be like,
play,
are you,
dude.
Like, are you James Franco from that movie, or are you Ollie G into House? Like,
That's who you could be.
or are you Kid Rock again? Someone's gonna
Kid
be like,
Rock.
"Are you Kid Rock again?"
Dude, you should be I'm Kid Rock. 2 years in a row.
I'll just keep the trend going. I'll be Kid Rock every year.
Hell yeah.
That would be so great, Jackson. This time wear like a gold necklace, stuff like that.
Yeah, just a different outfit.
Yeah, just a wife beater
I'm
and a gold
99.
necklace.
I'm 99 Woodstock Kid Rock this year.
Yeah, dude. Should put some thought into that. That is actually a good idea.
That would be a funny
It's
idea.
very inexpensive as well.
People that keep coming and be like, he keeps coming back as Kid Rock. What is going on?
It's a trend, man. Oh,
I did it that one time just because it was a super cheap idea. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. And I could probably look like Robbie if I did it. And sure enough, I did it. People actually called it out at the party. Like, you look like Robbie from Joe Dirt. Yeah.
yep. See, I think you should be Kid Rock again. That'd be so awesome, dude. John, how's your week going, buddy?
That's been all right. Just a normal week. Work, come home, sleep, watch an episode of whatever.
What are you guys watching right now?
We just finished up Dahmer.
Yeah, my wife just finished that.
Nuts, dude.
Have you watched it yet, Jack?
No, I haven't.
I'm surprised you haven't.
It's on Netflix.
I really like Evan Peters and I like serial killer stuff. So
Some messed up stuff, man.
I saw one scene where you're just like drinking blood. I was
Yeah,
like,
oh,
what?
dude, through the whole show, they showed like, cooking people, whatever. That got me. We're watching that and I about blew chunks, dude. it was bad.
Just seeing it being cooked.
No, he stole these bloods of a bag of blood.
Oh,
Yeah, and he cuts it and just downs it, dude. And I was like, oh, we're eating dinner too. And oh man, me and the wife were just like, it almost got us, dude. Like that. I can watch gore, I can watch all that stuff, but a blood pack, man. Oh, dude.
so you should just go into it thinking the whole time, right when he cuts it, like that's
Yeah.
Mountain Dew, that's Mountain Dew,
And it was
that's Mountain
so
Dew.
thick, man. It was, it was horrible.
I'm trying to think of that quote from Fight Club where he's like, you can swallow 2 pints of blood before you get sick or something.
God.
That's
Everything else I can handle. That way I couldn't handle it, dude.
oh man,
It was pretty bad.
that's wild.
Yeah.
But they did a good job on that show because, like, you know, you think of him, you just think evil, you know, but he had a pretty bad, when he was brought up, it was pretty bad.
You ever see
was
My
bad.
Friend Dahmer?
I don't think I've seen that.
Ah, man. It stars some Disney kid. I forget his name, but he plays Dahmer. And it doesn't show him killing anybody in the movies like from like when he was in school.
Uh-huh.
And there's like multiple hints like where he's like, oh, is he going to kill this person? But it actually ends, like the ending of the movie is him picking up the first person he's going to kill.
Oh, yeah?
And who's that?
I think it was like a hippie guy at a festival. Or
Damn.
something like that,
Easy
or-
target.
Yeah, it was he was going to take it. He was driving by and he was running on, I think, the side of the road.
Ugh.
And he pulled over, asked him if he needed a ride. And he said he's going to some festival. He's like, oh, well, you come to my house, have a couple brewskis. And after that, I'll take you. And he ended up going back to his house and he ended up killing him. So he never took him to the festival. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, didn't see that.
Terrible.
Yeah, he did some pretty bad stuff, man.
I got into a car one time with a dude that was giving me a ride back home from Come and Go. Down, it was like 3 miles away from our house. Get in and like the little like dash area where the like cup holders and stuff are, like underneath the radio. There's like a steak knife there.
Oh, shit.
And the first thing I look at is the steak knife. I'm like, what's that, dude? He's
It's
like,
a steak, you know? You never know.
he's like, oh, that's just from lunch or something. And he puts it away. It's like, okay.
You never drove down the road and have a steak.
Yeah, man. Jeffrey Dahmer, man. He was a rascal. Let's just
Yeah.
say that. At the very least, he was a numbskull.
Yeah, they did a good job on that show because you hate him and then you kind of feel for him and then you hate him. You know what I mean? Like nothing to excuse what he did, but then it's like, oh, okay, makes sense. If the only mental health was kind of mainstream as it is today, back then, he might have had a chance, but I don't know. But he was pretty messed up though.
Look, he was just hungry, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
Blade wasn't out yet, right? So that wasn't an influence on him.
Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
When did this happen? Like the 80s?
Like 80s, 90s, yeah.
Okay.
No.
And I
Yeah.
also watched, was it Black Phone?
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I watched that.
Chris,
Walk.
Chris also liked it.
Cool.
And there's a couple other shows we got into. There's one called on Hulu called This Fool. And the only way I found about that is because my cousin's half brother and sister do like they're extras in it. And it's basically about, gangsters trying to rehabilitate gangsters. It's called Hugs Not Thugs. And it has a guy from, you ever heard Cholo Fit on YouTube videos or anything like that?
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah.
It's that guy. He's in it and he's hilarious. But it's pretty good. I haven't finished it yet, but I started that too.
Yeah, he's got like a really thick accent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually like that dude. He's pretty funny.
He's funny. But he's in it and it's pretty good.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
another show too we were watching. I don't remember. I think it was on Hulu too. I don't remember. Anyway, it'll come to me later.
Nice. Cool, man. Connor, how's your week been?
It's been a really good week. Last Saturday, we went and saw Avatar
Oh yeah.
in 3D,
Forgot about that.
IMAX 4K HDR. It was really cool. Eyes hurt quite a bit at the beginning.
Well, he secretly changed the frame rate to like 48 frames a second. I guess not a lot of people knew that or something. I don't think it was a secret. But
Yeah, I don't think knowing that would have helped my eyes at all.
yeah.
It was pretty rough there, but Yeah, it was a good movie. Wish I wouldn't have watched it like a few weeks before, but still, it was really fun to watch it in 3D again. I beat Link Between Worlds, Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds. As I was beating it, I was watching She-Hulk. So I was living my best life there. And my impressions of She-Hulk is I like the show. I think it's pretty good. I wish that instead of the CGI that they used, I think it would have been better if she would have turned into a cartoon when she became She-Hulk.
Dude, that's so funny. I was thinking the same thing when I was watching yesterday's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been so cool if they would have just said, "Screw it, we're gonna make her a cartoon." Like I would have thought that would have been so cool.
Yeah, it's like the CGI is just too. It's just too bad.
What gets it for me? It's not her face and everything. It's her clothing. Her clothing looks so fake. That's what drives me crazy.
Yeah. That, and I don't think they do a lot of good stuff with the lighting and stuff. I don't know if that's why she looks so out of place in every scene. It's like the lighting's not hitting her right or something, but it's just bad. But yeah, if they would have made her a cartoon, I think it would have been really cool. Would have maintained the funny. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought the relationship with her and her cousin Bruce, I think that got a little hateful. But aside from that, I thought everything's pretty funny. Like all the Abomination stuff, he's great. Love him.
I love his like rehabilitation story. It's so funny.
Him and Mandarin from Shang-Chi, it's just like the exact same thing that's going on. So if you like what happened there, you'll like what's happening with him in this.
Yep.
But yeah, I like how it's not all super serious. It's more lighthearted and everything. So I'm liking that. 3 episodes into Andor. Take it or leave it.
The first 3 episodes are more of like setup.
It's a lot of fucking setup, man.
A lot of setup. Episode 4 is where I feel like the story starts. It's weird, man. Like, and I've seen a lot of people talking about it too. Like, hey, the first 3 episodes are kind of boring. That's why they released them all at the same time. Episode 4 is where it kicks in, and like that's when the heist really starts, and like them figuring out what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
but it's a lot of episodes to get through to get to that 4th one. I would almost say, man, you could almost just start from episode 4.
Yeah, I wish I would have known that going in, because it's just
go
like
from there.
You can watch it, and there is story, there's stuff you're gonna learn, but it's just not a lot going on, you know? A lot of people just walking around quietly and stuff, and then they'll say something and then walk away. I don't know. It's not a lot going on, but probably finish it out later. We'll see. I'm not going to just give up on it.
It's got a lot of episodes, so
yeah,
I'm going to watch it all.
We'll see. Debuting my Linkin Park shirt, my Breaking the Habit shirt. Everybody's talking about it.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Painted on the walls.
Connor, I had a question for you. You were telling me a couple days ago you bought a new pair of jeans.
I bought, the stinky jean thing. So like I bought these new jeans because I bought a bunch of shirts and some jeans and stuff, and I was washing them as you're supposed to, and man, I pull them out of I pulled this load out of the washer, and I'm at the laundromat down the street, a couple blocks from my house, and I'm smelling my clothes. I'm smelling the inside of the washer. The inside of the washer kind of smells like cigarettes. I'm like, okay, that's about normal for this place. So I'm like, that's not what I'm smelling. I'm smelling something funky, you know? I'm like, man, it's like my clothes or something. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I dry everything, pull them out of the dryer. I'm like, man, that smell's still there. Like, what is going on? And so I go home, I throw my clothes out, start folding everything. You know, everything smells okay, you know, for the most part. But then I get to the new jeans.
Get to the jeans.
Yeah, there's just like, whoa, it's like a chemical smell. Like, oh, dude, like what's going on here? And so yeah, I was just in disbelief, you know, and more or less had to look online to see like why are my jeans smelling, and come to find out that certain jean companies will put formaldehyde in their jeans. I don't know why. I guess to make them stay good or something.
Freshness.
So they don't like die and decay or something. I don't know. But yeah, had to do this chemical bath, is what I'm going to call it. It was just vinegar and water. So I did that. I did that last weekend. You're supposed to do it for 30 minutes to an hour. Left it in there for 3 hours, and then went and dried my pants. It took the smell down from a 10 down to like a 2. So it was at a point where just being about 5 feet away from the jeans, you could smell this shit. And then it got to the point where it's like, okay, if I was wearing these, then I would be able to smell it for sure. You know, I don't know how many people, like maybe a foot or 2 radius. Like, that's still too smelly for me, you know? So last night I soaked them and another pair that I knew were going to be smelling. So I'm like, all right, let's get both of these in here. I put them in like this bucket with more vinegar and water. And I think we're good at this point. I guess there's another way that you could go about it with baking soda and water. I want to say it'll also help neutralize that out. But yeah, when I was dumping out the white vinegar and water, it was just all yellow coming out. I'm like, why is that? Is that the formaldehyde? Is that the yellow, or is that the jeans? Is there some sort of dye in the jeans that's coming out? Like, why is this yellow? You know,
I think it's tweaker juice.
Tweaker juice.
Yeah, because that laundromat you're talking about, I drive past it every day for work. There's tweakers always up in there.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't trust that fucking laundromat. Who knows what they fuck? They got stashes of shit in there, I'm sure.
Cops are coming. They throw it in the washer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, finally got that smell out. Feels good to not have stinky jeans.
That's good stuff. No one wants stinky pants, bro.
Right.
Nobody.
You do the stink.
Where's that coming from? It's coming from that guy's pants.
That guy got
Bro.
stinky. Mommy, why'd that guy stinky?
Yeah.
It's his pants.
You're making my daughter cry.
But yeah, aside from that, man, I feel like I've been watching TV, and yeah, I guess I did talk about those TV shows. Went and played disc golf today. We had a good time with that. First time in 3 weeks, and we didn't play very well, but still had fun.
Nah, still had fun.
Yeah, didn't get angry or anything. So,
How do you feel about House of the Dragon?
oh yeah, I've been watching House of the Dragon. And that reminds me of this other thing. House of the Dragon. Allison, I like her quite a bit. I like Damon quite a bit. I think the king is cool. I don't think he's a bad dude, but I think once you start getting cut by that throne, maybe you want to dull those swords a little bit so you're not getting cut all the time. Because I'm just like, dude, is that why he's got all these like swords all over him and stuff? Is from getting cut?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. That thing that happened with his finger, like almost losing his finger and stuff, it's like, ugh. But yeah, like the story so far. I'm on episode 5. So I'm about to do the time skip. So we'll see what happens after the time skip. But
Oh, okay. You haven't watched the newest one yet?
not yet.
I want to watch it. I think I'm going to wait till it's all done and then just binge it. I hate waiting week to week for shows.
It's pretty good. Definitely worth it. First episode, you do see boobies though. Kyle was unsure about it. You do see boobies in the first episode.
It is an HBO show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I'll start it then.
They're not like huge boobies. They're like pretty small boobies, but they're boobies.
Yeah, it's just, if it's an HBO show, their first episode is usually going to have boobs in it.
It's going to hook you in. It's like nicotine.
Boobies and dong.
Boobs every 15 minutes to keep your mind focused on the show.
Yep.
Should be called Games of Dong.
There's way more boobs than there is dong.
Yeah.
Game of boobs.
And some dong.
Yeah.
All right, let's petition HBO. HBO, we need you to change the name of your show to Game of Boobs and Dong.
Yep.
A little bit of Dong.
Also been watching Ink Master, which definitely enjoy Ink Master quite a bit.
Yep.
They changed the judges, and they brought back old contestants, and somehow I fell in love with Deanna. I don't know if she knows that I'm in love with her, but I think it's real. Yeah, she blew me away. But she was out. She was a quick flame. 2 episodes and she's out.
I haven't watched it yet.
She got played dirty, man.
Yeah, she did.
Didn't have the worst tattoo, in my opinion.
No, like everybody was like focused on this one person about to go out, and then boom, they flip on Deanna. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I get what's happening. She's hot as hell, and y'all jealous.
I was thinking like, man, there's like 2 episodes like early in that season where you could tell they're sending the people, like, they're not sending the worst tattoo home. They're instead sending someone home that they feel like is not going to cause the most drama.
Right.
So, and they're keeping the drama, like people that people don't like or whatever, and is always causing drama on the show.
Mm-hmm. Because it always cuts away to these alliance rooms where these people are just in their own room talking about alliances. It's like, what the hell, dude? This is so stupid. Just give me the tattoos.
Yeah.
But seriously, every time they cut away from a main thing and it's in a separate room, it's always alliance. It's our alliance versus their alliance. They're going to attack us. They're trying to pick us off. We can't let them get the good tattoos. We can't let them pick the canvases. It's always the same thing.
Every season, yes, always.
Yeah. Just give us more Flash challenge and give us more of the tattoo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Less of the, like, yo, you want alliance against me? I'll fight you, motherfuckers. You don't think I'll go down without a fight? I'll fight you. There's at one point, like, this girl whose name is Katie on the show. She gets like all up in this one guy's face, like, I'll fight you. And I was like, what the fuck? This girl's unhinged.
It's very obvious she was not going to fight.
Yeah.
It was very much an act.
That's what I felt. I was like, dude, that's like acting right there.
Anybody that's going to fight doesn't start talking about fighting. They just fight. They just bang. Most of the time, anyway. If you're that mad, you're just going to start hitting someone.
Has anybody ever been threatened with like a tattoo gun on the show? Like, I'm gonna stab you with this gun.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Someone should do it though. They just get that Happy Gilmore like quote at the end of their like life cycle, you know? I was the only man to go on Ink Master, take his tattoo gun and try to stab someone.
What they need to do is give them the wrong tattoo.
Oh, no.
Talk about drama. I guarantee a bunch of people would be pissed if you did that.
That making me think of that Family Guy quote. He's like, okay, I can do a Kermit the Frog. What do you want? And he's like, I want a skull. I can do Kermit the Frog. No, I want a skull. Okay, well, I'm going to do a nice Kermit the Frog.
Hey, speaking of tattoos, watching the show, have you been inspired to get any tattoos, Jackson?
Oh, man, I would love to get tattoos. It's just, like, one, tattoos are expensive.
They are, yeah.
And all the tattoos that I want, I know would be insanely expensive. Not just
expensive. Yeah.
So
how much are we talking? 500, 1,000?
Yeah, like around 1,000, I would say.
How big? So you're talking like you want a full sleeve?
Yeah.
Like right from the get-go, just give me a full sleeve?
Yeah, pretty much.
You mean you want damaged across your forehead?
Yeah, for $1,000.
Give me the Leto Joker, please.
If you can like make my skin whiter.
Throwing some teardrops. Why not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. What
I
kind?
just, like, I have like so many different ideas for like tattoos that I would love to get.
It's got me thinking, like watching the show, I'm over here like, man, should I get this Ouroboros tattoo? I've thought about getting one on my arm for a while, like, but the dragon, not the snake.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I just want to look like Kratos.
Can you?
Sure, I'm going to go really ashy white, and then I'm going to get a whole bunch of red vein things going all around my arms and stuff.
You just gotta shave your head, right?
Yeah, I'll do that too.
You got the beard.
Yeah.
You got any tattoos, John?
No.
No.
Needles scare me. I don't like needles.
Yeah.
I'm not super afraid of needles. I'm afraid of needles like, you know, like getting an injection or something or IVs.
Yeah.
But I feel like a tattoo gun wouldn't bother me that much.
I know it doesn't hurt. I mean, it hurts a little bit. It's not that. It's the mental, like, I don't know what it is. Just needles penetrating you. I just can't do it. I pass out getting a flu shot, man.
Penetration.
I don't like to get penetrated.
It's not fun.
No.
Being stabbed sucks, man.
Yep.
I've given blood before, and I don't know. I could deal with it if I wanted to get a tattoo. I don't know. One of these days I'll get a tattoo, but I feel like I'm also kind of getting towards like later in my life where it's like, man, if you don't do this tattoo now, then you're going to just look like a weirdo like being a 40-year-old who gets like all of a sudden a full sleeve. Not many
Nothing
people
weird about
40 years
that.
old just go ahead and get full bored out. But
I think it's more than you think.
yeah, you're probably right.
You're gonna hit your second wind at 40.
Yep.
No,
I
I'm
can
not.
see it. Well, we're talking about Jackson.
40 sucks.
What about you, Kyle? You gonna get any tattoos?
No,
No.
I've almost gotten a couple, and I'm so glad I didn't. It was always just luck of being there. The guy not having enough time to tattoo me, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank God. I almost got some stupid ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if I would have gotten like the tattoos that I wanted when I was younger, they would have been dumb as shit.
Same.
They would not have matched with each other at all.
Same. Yeah.
I almost got like the Star Trek logo on my forearm. I'm so happy I didn't do that. Oh my gosh. I was going to get it gigantic too, like across my whole forearm right here. Oh, I'm so happy I didn't do that.
But you love Star Trek.
Sure don't. Like, no, I'm kidding. I love Star Trek, but not enough to get a tattoo of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want any like branding kind of stuff on me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If I did get a tattoo, it'd be a pug life right here.
Yeah.
Po bodies nerfect. That's the William Murderface tattoo on a Metalocalypse.
How about your week, Kyle? How's it been?
Oh, that's pretty good. Finished MasterChef, and that was okay.
So mediocre, man. I don't know.
Kind of predictable. They were going to give it to who won.
Yep.
Connor, you were saying you thought it was fake?
I think a lot of it's fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fake. The more I watch it, the more fake I think it is. And I'm starting to really not like it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just reality TV, I think. Is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man.
Say one thing about Ink Master, at least those people are getting really tattooed, you know?
The truth.
Yeah, the wife gets me into some weird reality shows, man. She's watching one like Married at First Sight.
Oh,
Have you
my
seen
wife has watched a lot of that.
And it always sucks me in. Like these
I
are so dumb. And then I'm like,
I get so sucked in.
Yeah, me
dude.
too,
It's
man.
so
I'm like-
dumb. I'm like, why am I watching
I'm
this?
like, who the hell would
Like-
just do that? No way.
You will talk shit on those type of shows, but
Yeah,
then you
that-
find yourself watching it going like, Randall, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, and then I'm sitting there going, how could they not get married? I'm like, what?
They love each other.
They loved each other, I thought. Or, gosh, this guy's an asshole. I can't believe he's like yelling her like this.
Yeah.
White belt, black pants. Really, Jacob?
But yeah, I trust me. I've gotten sucked in. I'll just be going upstairs to get something to drink, and I'll see something stupid happen, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta watch this. And then like when the show's finally over, and then in like a month or two later, they'll have like one episode come out, and it'll be like 2 or 3 months later,
The reunion.
yeah. And that always sucks me in. There's always
I
so
know.
much drama that happens. I'm
So
like, what am
dumb.
I doing?
Yeah, me
here?
too. It's like,
What am I doing?
You guys are reminding me of the reunion of the second season of A Shot at Love at Tila Tequila. A fight almost broke out.
Yeah, there's.
I got nothing to lose, man.
Yeah, there's. I feel you, dude. And see, I bought a Steam Deck yesterday, which was Friday, and the main purpose of it is just so I can sit in the living room with my wife while she watches whatever she's watching, and I can just be in the same room with her while I'm playing video games. But I can see that happening a lot of me sitting there playing
But you
video
do that,
games.
then you look up,
and
and
I
then you're...
look up and I'm watching hour 5 of Handmaid's Tale or whatever she's watching. At
Hey,
the
that's a
time.
good show, though.
Yeah, it is
That's a
crazy.
good one. That's
Handmaid's
an
Tale is
awesome
pretty
show.
nuts, dude.
Man.
I will watch that show
It is
eventually.
nuts.
That's
Yeah.
another one my wife's watching. I got it all caught up too. I'm like three episodes behind on the new season, but man, it's good.
Yep. I had a question for you guys. I was thinking about the rest of the year. Are you guys like, what is like the thing you guys are most excited for the rest of the year?
I think I'm excited for next year. January, I'm going on my cruise, so I cannot wait.
Gotcha. But what are you most excited for the next 3 months? This current year? Anybody got anything?
I'm thinking, there's not really anything that I'm really looking forward to.
Doesn't Wakanda Forever come out this year?
Wakanda Forever.
Oh, yeah.
So
Avatar.
that's
New
probably
Avatar.
yeah, some movies right there that I'm really excited about.
New Avatar is coming out this year.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
In December.
Well, there you
December,
go.
yep.
I'm looking forward to that. Dude, the water scene that they put, like, if anyone goes see the Avatar in, I'm pretty sure they have it in every theater, but we saw it in IMAX. But they give you like a small like glimpse of what Avatar 2 is gonna look like, and the 3D on that was insane, man.
Can't wait.
absolutely insane.
Like, if you thought the first Avatar 3D was good, just buckle up. Avatar 2 is gonna blow your minds, man.
You're gonna be swimming with the fishes, baby.
Get buckled. Yeah.
It's fenced to get moist.
That'd be crazy if someone was there in the theater just like splash you with a bucket of water.
If you go see it in 40X, that's what happens.
Yeah.
I would love to go to one of those theaters.
Yeah.
Is there one anywhere close to here?
I have no idea. I would love to go do it though. Like when there's burning tires, you smell burning tires, and when it's windy, you feel wind and stuff like that.
It'd be cool to go see a disaster movie in one of those theaters.
Yeah, and get rained on the whole time.
Yeah, the ship I'm gonna be on, the Vista, it has a 4D theater in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna be, and it has an IMAX.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's gonna be cool.
That's pretty cool. Connor, what are you most excited for this year?
Movie wise, I kind of already said Wakanda Forever.
Right.
Man, really, I just want to get to February of next year. That's what I'm really most excited about. So, this year, really, it's been nice just the last week or so having the weather break and not be so freaking hot all the time. That's been great. I don't know, man. I feel like 2022 has been the year. I feel like it's still going to be the year. So I don't know what surprises await the last 3 months of the year, but I think they're going to be great surprises, like presents. A joy to open, you know what I'm saying?
So it's in February.
That's when I like calculated I should be able to get these aligners off, get the little nubs taken off, and not have to wear them all the time.
Nice.
I don't know. There's nothing like TV wise that I'm super excited about. But then again, I'm not like looking for anything either, you know?
I'm excited for my Halloween party that I'm having in a couple weeks. I'm excited for Thanksgiving, and I'm excited for Christmas. That's 3 things right there.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, those are givens though.
Givens, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
dude, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
You know, those are what I'm excited for.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke some turkeys again this year.
I'm excited for the new God of War game, God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Play that on PS5.
Oh yeah, there is another thing. I forgot because our spare room, you know, my grandma lived in there for a while. Got her out now. I have a cat. It's been the cat's room forever. Well, me and the wife were talking, and she gave me permission. I can get a new TV, so I'm gonna make that my game room.
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
hook up I'm gonna get all my sports stuff back up. So I'm gonna have my man cave back.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get back into playing more games,
Nice.
watching more football, watching more TV, have my own little space, my time, you know. So yeah, that I'm excited for that.
When are you going to get that started?
Like today I'm gonna go Big Lots. I'm gonna try to find like a nice little love seat, cheap love seat for the room, and then I've been looking at TVs. I want to get like an off-brand, a good off-brand TV. I was looking at the TCL 6 Series Mini.
TCL makes
QLED.
a good one.
So I was thinking they're only like $600 regular, but I think I'm gonna wait till like Black Friday see if I can get a deal on
There
something
you
like
go.
that. But I'm gonna just gradually, you know, the rest of the year, you know, start putting things together in there. But I have a little TV in there already. I like a little 40-inch. So I was just gonna throughout the rest of this year, I'm gonna get it hooked up.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy
I'm excited
thinking.
about that.
It's crazy to think in this day and age we like say 40-inch and we're like
I know,
a
it's small.
TV.
That's crazy.
When we
yeah.
survived on 19 inches.
back in my day, I had a TV and VCR combo that
Yep.
was like super. It was like one of the smallest ones that you can get. You know, it was like 10 inches. You know,
Yeah, most of my life I had the little 19-inch old school square TVs, and then when I went to 27, I was like, ooh, you know.
that's how I watched Dragon Ball Z as a kid. Was on a 10-inch screen.
Yeah.
Damn.
And my very first TV was a little black and white one I played my NES on. And it was all black and white, but it was cool. It was like a 10-inch TV.
Damn.
So with Halloween coming up, I thought it would be fun to rename some of the most famous horror bad guys, villains that you guys can think of. I think it would be fun to rename them.
All right.
So to start it off with, I think it'd be fun to rename. What's the bad guy's name from Hellraiser?
Pinhead.
Pinhead.
Yeah, Pinhead.
Yeah, what would be a fun name for him?
Like if a Sci-Fi original channel like it made a movie on him or some shit.
Sure,
they'd
just an
call him
alternate name.
Nail Face.
Nail head.
Just
Probably what they would
nails.
call 'em.
Just nails would be cool, I think. With the Z at the end.
That'd be something that freaking Sci-Fi. I'm just gonna think of like the Sci-Fi channel version of all these movies.
So Hellraiser. There's a play on Hellraiser. We make, you know what I'm saying?
What would Hellraiser be called if it was on Sci-Fi?
Mm-hmm.
Man, they would call it fucking.
Hades Rising.
They call it Puzzle Box from Hell. 'Cause that's basically what every movie is. Killer puzzles. That's what they call it. That'd be the name of that.
What about Leatherface?
Leatherface. Like, would the movie be called, or they would call him?
Well, first off, let's change his name and then the movie's in.
Well,
It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Shit, just call him Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. You can call him Tanned Hide Man.
Because it's all people just call stitches. It's all stitched together. We just call them stitches.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, I think there is like another horror villain out there on like on a D movie called Stitches, and it's like a clown that kills people. I might be wrong though.
If anybody would know, it would be you.
I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. I never watched it, but I've done a lot of looking into horror movies to try to find something I wanted to watch. So, but yeah, I can't think of something better than Stitches.
Okay. And what do we name the movie?
Face Off.
That's too good.
That is too good.
Help, he's wearing my face.
Okay.
I don't know.
The Southern Chainsaw Conspiracy.
I like that one.
That's cool.
Why you don't pick up hitchhikers? 101.
True.
I don't know.
What's another villain?
All right. Clover from Cloverfield.
Is that the alien? Is he an alien? Is it an alien thing or what?
Yeah, it's like an alien.
It's just like a big ass, like giant alien.
Call it Crab Daddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Daddy. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Outer space insect.
Giant Flea.
Okay.
I'm going with Crab Daddy. I like Crab Daddy.
Yep, that's a good movie name.
What would they call Cloverfield?
Crab Daddy Field.
All right.
Fields of Crab Daddy.
All right, now it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Man. Beat me to it.
What is that? What was that?
It's that, man. It's that.
It's coming towards us. Oh man, dang, you beat me.
Oh god,
It's just too easy, John.
Yep.
that would be the name. That would be the Sci-Fi Channel. This. We call it this.
Okay, what about Ghostface?
Horse face.
Left in the microwave too long face.
Hoe face.
Man, I can't remember the name of the artist. Who's the famous painter that did The Scream? You know what I'm talking about that.
Is it Van Gogh?
Oh yeah.
Was it Van Gogh? Okay,
We gotta look it up. We gotta look it up.
Check this shit. All right.
He's probably right.
Famous painting.
Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep.
The
Bet I can call
Scream.
my wife. Use a lifeline.
Norwegian artist Edvard Munch.
Close.
I might be saying that wrong.
Mooch.
Might be Monk.
Mook.
Might be Edward. You know, that was. You know, I'm
Edward.
pronouncing it in my American English. So,
How good it is.
Edward Munch, M-U-N-T. Yeah. Made that shit in 1893. So
Cool, man.
everything you know about The Scream.
Hell yeah. You forgot to say Yodu, check this out.
All right. What's another one?
Jack Skellington.
Okay. All right.
Skeletor.
Nick Skeleton.
I was gonna say Paris Skellington. Based on how fucking skinny he is.
What's the name of that movie?
The Bad Dream Before Santa.
That's cool.
Okay. What do we name the little puppet guy from Saw? What is his name?
I don't think
He's
I don't think that little puppet thing has a name. So we can. I guess we
Pretty
can
sure
go.
it does have a name.
If anything, it would just be Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. That's his name.
Jigsaw.
I think. I don't know.
I don't know. I'd probably call him Mini MJ, Michael Jackson.
Baby Mike. All right.
Baby Mike. Okay. And what do we call that movie?
C.
Scene.
Yeah, scene.
Okay. The guy from Nightmare on Elm Street. What's his name?
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger. What do we call him?
Dagger hands.
Frankie Kroger.
Burnt Kroger.
Eddy Shreddy.
Eddy Shreddy.
My name's Eddie. I'm here to Shreddy.
Edward Shredder hands.
Yeah.
The Dream Slicer.
What would the movie be
Oh,
called?
that would be the movie. I guess.
Oh, that would be the movie?
Sorry.
Okay.
Nightmare on Palm Street.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Bad Night on Mom Street.
Yeah, I kept thinking like Bad Dreams on Elm Cul-de-sac or something. Oh man, I'm starting to run out of. I mean, I'm the horror movie guy, and I can't think of horror movie villains
All
or
right.
movies all of a sudden.
All right. Insidious. The red-faced demon guy on the first movie.
Okay.
The red
Darth
demon
Maul.
guy on the first.
Darth Maul.
I like that one.
That's probably the most accurate. Yeah.
The Washington Redskin.
We don't say that.
Yeah.
I cut that
they're
out, sorry.
they're commanders
say that
now.
anymore.
Forgot. Sorry.
Not in this day and age.
Nope.
You're fired.
Yep. Cancel him right now.
We have hundreds of viewers now.
We have 100 viewer Jack or John.
There are dozens of us. Dozens.
Leprechaun.
Oh, man. Oh. It's hard to come up with something that's not derogatory and not get canceled for Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short guy with coins. I'm short, so I can say that. So
True.
Short coin.
I got nothing on Leprechaun.
I was mainly hoping Jack was going to throw one out on that one.
Yeah, Leprechaun is Leprechaun. It's kind of hard to say, like, what would you call Leprechaun?
Annoying.
Have you ever seen Leprechaun?
Jennifer Aniston stalker.
Jennifer Aniston's, like, first movie or some shit? Honestly, the first one's not that bad of a movie. It's once you start watching the sequels, that's when they get ridiculous. At one point, he smokes weed and, like, Leprechaun Back to the Hood.
It was awful.
That's in the title, too. Back in the Hood.
Damn.
Jaws.
Megalodon.
Big fish.
They probably just call it Teeth or some shit.
Yeah.
Called Open Wide.
Rabid fish.
Haunted Buoy. I don't know. That's what I remember from the trailer. It's been so long since I've watched the movie. I just remember at one point she's by a buoy and then she gets dragged away.
She disappeared.
Man, the opening of Jaws scared the hell out of me as a kid, dude. That
Yeah.
girl going out into the water and then just getting dragged down.
Yep.
I think that's the opening of the movie. That might actually just be on like a VHS tape that I had. Remember the VHS tapes? They had movie
I think you're
trailers
right.
before the movie.
Does
Right.
she like skinny dip in the?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
goes skinny dipping. It's what you get for
Yep.
going skinny dipping.
All right. Now, John, you're an owner of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh yeah.
The Packers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dub packs.
You're a cheesehead.
What kind of
is that?
cheese?
What kind of cheese? Yeah.
All them.
All them
Or blue cheese. No, I don't do that.
I love blue cheese,
I know,
dude.
I can't do blue cheese. It's like dirty socks. I remember one Valentine's Day, man. I was like gonna cook my wife nice pasta, and they called for some cheese I never heard of. So I went to when Price Cutter was still there. I went there and got it, and man, it was looking so good. And then I threw that cheese in, and I thought I ruined Valentine's Day, man. You'd think she likes blue cheese, but I couldn't eat it. That stuff was like cooking, like I put a pair of dirty socks in there.
Oof.
Oh, it's horrible.
Wow.
But any other cheese is good. I like sharp.
Is there a specific cheese of the Packers?
Curds. They're really into the
Curds.
curds. Cheese curds.
Cheese curds?
All right.
And that's
I've always
just-
wondered that. I never knew if
that's
they were
just like old milk?
American cheese, motherfucker.
I forget. I think it's like it's not processed all the way or something. I could be wrong about this, but it's like when you bite it, it's like squeaky, like it squeaks. It's weird.
So it's like halfway developed into being full on cheese? It's like half cheese?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've had cheese curds.
Is it kind of wet? Are they wet?
No, it's not. No, it's not wet.
No. It's really soft.
Soft and squeaky.
Is it kind of like cream cheese? That same consistency?
No,
Different
it's
consistency?
thicker.
Okay.
It's like they're like little round nuggets, kind of.
Okay.
Call it, but
It'd be funny if Green Bay Packers like decided to dub like pimento cheese is the
Yeah.
cheese of the Packers.
craft singles.
Everyone starts coming with pimento cheese in their hair and stuff.
Put a bunch of craft singles on my head.
Yep.
Yeah, is it okay to grill the cheese?
Yeah,
Yeah.
real cheese is good.
So they're not going to make you sell your ownership for that?
For cheese?
Yeah, for your type of cheese and what you do to the cheese.
I don't think so.
No.
Cheese preference.
Do you think you'll ever, like the organization will ever try to take on a different food?
Well, actually, everybody thinks they got their name from cheese, They say it's like a pack, you know, they pack cheese or whatever, but actually it was founded or they got sponsored from a meat company. It was like the Indian meat company.
Meat packers.
Meat,
Okay.
Yeah, so really it should be meat, but the reason why it's cheese is because Wisconsin's the big dairy state, so that's why they associate cheese with the Packers.
I also probably
really,
didn't want to be known as the meat packers.
Yeah, meat packers. And yeah, that'd be rough.
Like, you might as well like go full on and be like, we're the fudge packers too.
We'll pack anything you got, baby. Come over here. We're packing.
Cheese packers and like adopting the cheese is like definitely. It definitely seems like right there, you know, it's like cheese. You
that's the line.
You start saying meat packers, and you're like, little innuendo there, and then people start branching off from there. So
Then you go the cracker packers, and then you got the charcuterie board packers.
It's just a downhill slope.
Yep.
the Packers name already. Y'all are brave with the Packers name.
So we had some questions for you about being a Packers owner.
Yeah, we're gonna do this like press conference style.
Okay, first off, I just want to say what a privilege it is to be on your podcast. It's an honor, and I'm glad I'm owner of the Green Bay Packers.
What does it mean to you to finally become an owner of the team you've loved to watch since you were a kid?
Oh God, it's a hoot.
How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers' man bun?
He can do whatever he wants, man, as long as he wins games.
If Aaron Rodgers does have an MVP season this year, will you start scheduling ayahuasca trips for the whole team?
Hell yeah.
If you made a pinky promise with Aaron Rodgers, would you ever break that promise? Would you? Would you, John?
He's thinking about it. Aaron, if you're watching, that tells you he's not trustworthy. Don't trust the pinky
I'm gonna
promise.
go no comment on that one.
Pinkies only go so far.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers had an itchy butthole, would you help him apply Preparation H?
So since I'm the owner, I'd have somebody else do it.
Oh, yeah. Training staff.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I got staff for.
Some of that Destin or whatever it's called.
I got a staff for the staff.
Clay Matthews was a great defensive back for the Packers. Are you going to try to find any other players who are named after arts and crafts supplies?
Why not? They can sack the quarterback. Why not?
So with the rise of NFL stadiums becoming voting areas for different teams, how do you feel that impacts your community?
Great, I guess. Get out and vote, man. Hell yeah.
Now, do you think PEDs are good for the players? Do you endorse PEDs for everyday use?
It depends.
Do you know where I can get some PEDs?
Off the corner by that laundromat.
I think I probably have seen the guy.
Is it the guy with the shades that have like the red thing on the front of him? And then he's got the fishnet shirt and lime green shorts.
That's the dude.
Guy.
Yeah.
You already know him. How do you know him already?
I buy PEDs from him.
Tell you what, I'll take away OxyContin any day, and you can smoke as much weed and ayahuasca you want.
Can I sign up for the Packers?
Gotta ask you this though. How do you feel about Brett Favre?
Oh, I didn't really dig too deep into that, but if he stole welfare money, man, that's sorry, man.
That's crossing the line,
That
man.
is, that's dirty.
All signs are pointing that to he did it.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed.
Someone like that
Yeah,
deserves
I
to be
love
beaten.
Brett Favre, man, and man, that's just a huge disappointment, man.
I saw someone like made a meme from that movie. There's something about Mary, where Brett Favre like walks in at the end, and Barry's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Stealing money from the welfare. What do you think I'm doing?"
Especially I was brought up on some welfare, and if he stole my money and he's a rich fucker, sorry, man. No respect. You lost it.
I bet that stuff happens quite consistently
Yeah.
too, which is
It's wrong.
Oh yeah, didn't you guys hear about all the like I don't know, like a dozen people or so got charged with like stealing that COVID money, like millions of dollars of COVID money that should have been sent to people that needed it.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of fraud in that.
Yep.
Sad deal, man.
Now that you're an owner, do you feel the right to play, John?
Yeah. I mean, I could drop a pass and get paid $1 million.
Anybody can miss a kick, right?
Oh, yeah.
Would you, if Aaron Rodgers hit you up and said, "I need a kidney," would you give him one?
Nah, I need my kidneys.
Yeah. Gotta pee.
But yeah, I need my kidneys.
you guys ever gonna build a dome over your
Hell no.
stadium?
I hate the cold, but no way. It wouldn't be Lambeau without being outside.
I like
You
that.
can't do that. Frozen tundra, baby.
Have they ever thought about doing that? Have there ever been talks of doing it?
I don't think Green Bay. I know the new Bear Stadium. They're thinking in Chicago. They're thinking about putting a dome. You got to have the elements, man. I don't know. That's just football.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. They want to like move Arrowhead Stadium to like somewhere downtown, and I'm like, bro, if you put it downtown, like it's gonna suck even more. Like trying to like figure out parking.
True.
And plus, it's been there so long. I love the history of it too. Just leave
Yeah,
it.
like
Yep.
there's gotta be some stadiums out there that have and like it's gotta have history to them.
Exactly. Yep.
True.
It was cool too because when we went up to Wisconsin for that preseason game, we did the tour, and we actually got to go down in the tunnel, the players' tunnel, and walk out in the field. And it's just cool to think, like, man, every Packer that's ever played, I walked that same tunnel. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you got to have that history, man. If you don't have that, I don't know.
Now you own that tunnel.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gotta figure out a way
That's your
to
tunnel.
make that area out there a tourist attraction in the off season.
Lambeau is open year round. You can do tours year round, and sometimes they have ex-players lead the tours and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Is Lambeau out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, it's pretty much right. Back in the day, it was they said it was like a potato field or something. They just made it out in the middle of nowhere, but then it's around the town of Green Bay. It's so crazy because you're driving down there, and all of a sudden you just see this big stadium, and there's houses all around it, just in like a neighborhood. It's the weirdest thing, man. Because you see stadiums like it's like in the outskirts of a city or out in the middle of nowhere, but this one's like in the middle of a town. It's
Wow.
pretty cool. And I love how they're just so into the community. They have like across the street that they're building like this tidal town. They actually have a field you can go out and play on, and they have a thing where you can do the 40-yard dash and stuff. And I just love how they get the community involved in all their stuff. It's rare nowadays to have stuff like that. So yeah, I love the Packers, man. I actually grew up a Raider fan. 'Cause I'm from LA, but
Buy more Raider gear.
yeah, no traitors. But yeah, when they left, I always liked the Packers too. They're like my second team. When they left in '95, I was like, screw them. That's when I became a diehard Packer fan. They're my number one team since then. And I hate the Raiders.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you there, man. Fuck the Raiders.
Yep.
Yeah. No good hoodlums, if you ask me.
It's true. Now, John, did you have a topic for this week you thought of or anything?
I was thinking about the only thing I think of since you're asking me about being an owner of the Green Bay Packers, I was wondering if you could own something, a business, sports franchise, whatever. What would you do? What would it be? What would you do to improve it or sabotage it?
Lakers.
Ooh.
Let's go Ted Lasso on it or something,
I'd like to sabotage the Celtics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. But no.
But would you
I
rather
still
would you
wouldn't wanna
rather
be an
own the
owner.
Lakers or Celtics to sabotage it.
I would not want to own the Celtics.
Nah.
I'd rather just them suck.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't mind being an owner of the St. Louis Blues because they're so close. I can get down there pretty easily. And hockey's just so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's such a raucous environment.
Yeah, football's my sport, but man, hockey's fun.
It's easy to get romantic about most sports, bro.
I don't know a lot on the rules and stuff like that, but I can sit there and watch that, and I'm all good with it. It's fun. I actually went to the last Kings game in the Forum, and we're actually playing the Blues before they went to the Staples
That's
Center.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was outside, man. It was cool. Like, I was sitting there, and all of a sudden my name come up on the Bubbletron, you know? I'm like, oh, shit, I must have won something cool. So I run down there. I won a freaking hockey atlas or almanac.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like, huh. I was thinking I got an autograph or a jersey or something, you know, like a hockey stick. I mean, they put my name up there for everybody to see so they can give me a book. But, yeah, it's fun. And it sucks, too, because I moved out here in 2000, and that year they opened the Staples Center up, so I didn't get to ever go to the Staples Center. But I've been to the Forum, like, tons of times for Lakers and Kings games.
Yeah, if I had a choice, I'd be lying if I said anything other than the Lakers, you know? I mean, it would be cool to own, like, maybe a restaurant or something like a Bubba Gum Shrimp or
That would be cool.
like a big bar.
Or a
of some
Sonics
kind.
to make better chicken sandwiches.
Yeah. Yeah.
For real.
Now you said it could be a business,
It
right?
could be anything, yeah.
Yeah, anything. Okay, I would want to own a movie studio, and I would
That'd be
want
cool.
to try to film movies.
That'd be cool.
Very cool. I think you'd be good at that, Jack.
Yeah.
I'd like to just own a movie theater and have it be one of those movie theaters that has like an apartment like over the top of it or whatever. So I could just at all times be that guy that's up there turning the movies on and also having my apartment up there and be able to just look out every window and see the movies I want to watch and be able to choose the movies like a midnight special every Thursday night, stuff like that. And I think it'd be really cool.
Very cool. I've got a question for you guys.
Okay.
If you were a Mandusa, which is a Medusa, but you're a man,
Okay.
if you were a Mandusa, who would you turn into stone first? Or who in general? It could be a group of people if you want to turn them into stone.
Huh.
Can it be men and women or just?
You can be anybody.
Because isn't Medusa only men that look at her?
I would do
I
Trump.
think it's anybody.
I would do Trump and Biden simultaneously, just to be like, all right, we're done with it.
Yeah.
You find someone else.
Yeah. Both of you.
That would be cool.
They're out of the picture now.
Yeah.
Let's go back to normal.
That'd be cool.
Normal.
Jackson wins.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be my thing. God, I think about that a lot. It's like, man, if those two just dropped off the face of the earth, I'd be like, man, it like I don't know. I just like things would be like so much nicer. It'd feel like I'd be walking out into the
Sunlight.
sunshine. Again. It's like, all of a sudden, it's like,
But that would probably create a vacuum.
Yeah,
Someone's got to fill that vacuum.
Exactly. I was saying, you get rid of one, there's just more to step up, man. That's just
Yeah.
how it is. That's what I was thinking about, like when they took out the terrorist, whatever, the second in command or first command after Osama. They got him out. It's like, cool. But they're just hundreds of them, 100 other ones ready to step up, you know?
Like, what happened to the days where the word extremist was reserved for people who were gnarly skateboarders and surfers and snowboarders? Cool
Yeah.
dudes that went extreme.
To the extreme.
I loved being an extremist when I was a kid.
And nowadays, these extremists are so stupid. So dumb.
They so poo-poo.
So ignorant. Yeah, I would definitely turn all the haters into stone. Anybody that's hating on my crew, anybody that's coming at me hard. Yeah. Some people that are just a little bit too tall.
Yeah.
I'm safe.
Yeah. Maybe a few school teachers that I didn't like that maybe didn't treat me so right, you know?
Yep. There's a couple school teachers and there's a bunch of Karen type people out there in the world. that
Oh,
would like
dude,
to
so many
Mandusa.
Karens. Yeah.
I've known a few Karens that have gave me a lot of trouble throughout my life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone with that real crazy eyes thing going on.
Yeah, I don't want the eyes.
Yeah, if you got them crazy eyes, you're stoned.
Googly eyes.
You know,
It's like bug eyes almost, but like they're like killer eyes, like they're stabbing you with their eyes. Pretty much, it's weird. Psychotic people.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say racist and Tom Brady.
Whew, dude, double.
Not saying he's racist, but
That racist Tom Brady, let me tell you.
I'm just ready for Tom D. I respect him. He's great, probably the greatest quarterback, but it's time.
And boy, is he handsome.
And there's that.
That avocado ice cream. Bastard.
Yeah.
There's a whole South Park episode dedicated to trying to steal his poop. So
There's a whole movie about trying to.
we must get the spice.
That's about it, right?
Yeah. All right, and let's move into Yo Dude. Check this out.
All right.
He wants to get us started.
Give me a second to pull it up here.
Okay, so this one's not, I don't have to look it up. So, yo, dude, check this out. I finally figured out some hairstyling stuff that works for me. Gel generally always has some shine to it. So I looked up this stuff. It's you can get it anywhere. It's just called clay. I don't know if you guys have heard of clay, but it's high hold, but with a matte finish. Generally, with the high hold, you got like either a medium or a high shine. So that's that plasticky look, you know. But with clay, you get the same hold, but you get more of a matte finish, so more of a natural looking hair.
Clay
Matthews.
Clay Matthews. Bruh.
Yeah.
It all comes around.
He had some hair.
I think the stuff I've got, I forget what brand it's called, but it's called sculpting clay. So any guys out there, especially if you've got like thin hair, like me, I don't have thick hair. I've got thin hair, so it helps give me a little bit more volume, not a lot, a little bit more volume, but also that matte finish that I'm looking for.
Yeah, it makes sense because Matt.
Matte finish, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Clay Matthews was sculpted too.
Oh,
So there you go.
love it.
You got one, John?
Hey homie, peep this out. So I was telling you I'm going on a cruise in January. So I was looking at excursions to do, and a lot of them have like ancient Mayan ruins you can go check out. So I was talking to my wife the other day, like, hey, that'd be cool, you know. But then because of this, I was looking up some Yahoo News, whatever, trying to find something, and they're saying that a lot of ancient Mayan sites are like have moderate to high levels of mercury.
I saw that last
like,
week.
Wow.
I think I'm not going to do that now. And they're saying that they don't really know where it came from because they didn't really use metals back then. And it's not like in limestone and stuff. So I'm going to say aliens.
Okay.
They're just spraying mercury all over Mayan ruins. That's crazy.
Yeah, I
So
thought it was crazy. I was like, because it looked pretty cool, but I'm not trying to mess around any.
can you like Jeep through it maybe, or
It's
no?
all walking.
Oh,
You can
okay.
actually climb the ruins and stuff. It's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool, but I don't know now.
Last thing you want to do is fall over, get covered in that mud, and yeah.
Get mercury poison.
Mercury
Bad
mud.
stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I got one here. Yo, dude, check this out. My yo, dude, is all about one of the most fiercest competitors of all time.
Oscar De La Hoya.
He was known in GQ magazine as the fiercest competitor of his generation, lethal, a legend, the Michael Jordan of Barnyard Brutes, a combination of Babe Ruth, Secretariat, and Sonny Liston. Bodacious the Bull was the most feared bull in bull riding history. They're saying that records weren't like really kept super cleanly, but they're saying that he was ridden by riders 135 times. Of those 135 attempts, around 8 to 10 qualified rides were made on the bull. And for those who don't know, you have to stay on a bull for 8 seconds?
8 seconds, I think. Yeah.
You have to stay on the bull for 8 seconds during a ride. And during his time I keep talking his time. During the bull's time, in bull riding, he was once known as Skulls Bodacious. He was sponsored by Skull Tobacco Company. Later on, Dodge upped the ante with some more money and said we want him to be known as Dodge Bodacious. So he was given the name Dodge Bodacious as their spokes bull. And the name even appears in like the PRCA awards and like other media materials out there. But yeah. And I've seen like a couple of pictures of this bull, and this is a big ass bull. But yeah, Bodacious the bull, the fiercest competitor of our time.
You like looking at that bowl?
It's a pretty big bull.
Big ass bowl, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that picture is a small picture, but you blow it up, it's a big bowl.
It's a big bowl, yeah.
Yeah. So, yo, dude, check this out. Up until 1994, the NFL used a starter pistol to signify the end of every quarter. Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
So, the referee would have a pistol, pull it out, bang, fire a pistol at the end of the quarter.
Yeah.
Like, that just spells, like, so many bad things could possibly happen. Especially if
You just have to do it at an angle.
a guy
so it
went
doesn't come
rogue
right
and
back down.
maybe, brought his own pistol, something like that,
Yeah, it's crazy how they did the time clock back then because it was just a big clock. Mm-hmm. And then, pew. Can you imagine how that in like NBA? At the buzzer, bah!
They should bring that into the NBA. Yeah. Every shot clock is just...
Anybody have any words of wisdom for us?
Before that, time to debut Jackson's new nickname. You guys ready for this?
Oh,
Yes.
All
I
right.
don't want a new nickname.
Just repeat after me, guys.
I'm DJ Fun Dip.
That name will never go away. You'll always be DJ Pundit. All right, so everybody repeat after me. We'll have fun with this. J.
J.
A.
A.
C.
C.
K.
K.
E.
E.
T.
T.
Jacket. The fall season's coming up. Your boy Jacket. Go grab your jacket.
All right, I'll go buy a jacket. Everybody be like, jacket.
Yo, Jacket, you cold?
Jacket it.
You ready to go now? You need a warm up jacket?
You told me earlier, like, I got a new name for you. And I was like, there's so much. Jacket.
All right. Well, John, thank you for joining us this week again, man.
Yep. My pleasure.
You got a rap for us before we end this episode?
No, I'm an
Okay.
owner now. Those rap days are done. But I just want to let you guys know, keep reaching for the stars, because stars don't have arms and they can't reach for you.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Give it a hug.
Heck yeah.
And go, Pat, go.
Yep. Well, that has been episode 54 of Crashing with Friends. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you guys all next week.
See you all next week, guys.
Next week!
See you all next week.
Bye.
Peace. Bye.
Lates.
Crashing with Friends.
Podcast.